Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. And the Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will have the football first. And here comes Austin Simmons. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He'll try it again. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. The run inside. It's Hardy. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 2nd down coming up. Here's a give to Hardy. Here's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone. It's Roberts. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The negative play, it leaves him with 2nd and 12. Throwing Simmons. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The Rebels offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Finds his tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense.
Going for it all. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Got his man. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
And he'll be brought down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Motion from the back. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Simmons to throw. Got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss.
He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Rebels offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Simmons on the play fake. Bringing the heat. He lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
This one's complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
Snags it, and there's running room. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Simmons Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage, great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
Secures it at the 30. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, 1st down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like the back end.
And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to keep it in the air. Got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Complete. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Obviously, great job picking up the 1st down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing Simmons. He'll take a deep shot here. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to get away. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback. Tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Trying to barge their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Rebels.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Simmons to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Missouri wants to go fast. Back to throw, it's Simmons. It's complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Timeout called by the offense, and maybe an opportunity to run a couple of plays to put up points before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll pull it down. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 13 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, they are very aware that from a play calling standpoint, they are not getting the ball to the best running back in the country. You know that he is in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy, but he has not gotten enough touches here in the first half. So coaches have looked at their script, made some adjustments, and I expect a heavy dose of this running back here to start the third quarter. Back to you.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Quick completion to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running inside. It's Lacey. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this. It's locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. It's Lacey. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The run inside. It's Lacey. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And here they come almost all the way back. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Now let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Now here's Simmons. Fires downfield. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down, using the quick game. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
On target. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Quickly complete. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. The offense gets a fresh set of downs after the PI. We'll see if the defense can regroup and put together a stop. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off the RPO, complete.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly, you see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Snags it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the... Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten pay dirt in this one, and numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And now, after being stymied for this entire 2nd half, they must put a scoring drive together here. Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a gap. It's Roberts.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Shakes off the defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Got it looking for the first down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. He's up to 73 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running inside. It's Lacey. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On the run, it's Lacey. Touchdown, Rebels. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This team right now is showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
Man, this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Tigers sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. He's got it way down the field. Turning it on. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. The run inside. It's Roberts. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The give on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Simmons. Finds his big tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Rushes on him. Lets it fly. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football?
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Missouri! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Tigers are back on top.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Makes the grab on the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll try to get it through the air. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you could see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to...
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're...